Hey guys, Accurize here, just doing a DayZ tutorial for those people who are brand new to the series and have never played the DayZ franchise before. It's going to be very basic information, but it's information that holds a lot of people up and causes frustration during their first few hours of gameplay. So I figured maybe this would alleviate some of those frustrations. So I spawned in here on the coast, and actually I spawned in like this. You spawn in the first-person perspective. And I'm facing. You always spawn in on the coast. There's two coasts. There's the east coast and the west, or in the south coast. You always spawn in facing north. So I immediately know that I am on the east coast because the ocean is to my right. If I had spawned in on the south coast, the ocean would be behind me. So when you spawn in, pay attention to which way you're facing initially, because it could save you a lot of hassle if you're trying to match landmarks and street signs and things like that to the DayZ map in the browser, say at dayzdb.com or something like that, and you're looking at that map trying to figure out where you're at. So pay attention to where you're at. You can eliminate pretty much half the coastline just by paying attention to where the ocean is when you spawn in. Okay, now we're done with that. Let's get back to movement. So you start in at first person perspective, and you can switch between third person and first person by pressing the enter key. Either enter key will work. I like using third person perspective, so I'm going to stick with it here. And now if you want to look around, just use your mouse to turn around, look around. Pretty basic for anybody who's played Call of Duty, Battlefield, anything like that. Now the next thing is if you want a free look. You want to keep looking in the same direction, or keep your body facing, say, north in this case. You want to look all around you, and you just want to turn your head. So you just hold down left Alt key, and as you're doing that, you can use your mouse to look wherever you want. Okay, and then whenever you're done looking wherever you want to look, just release the left Alt key. You return back to center. Okay, now the movement keys: WASD. W is going to be forward. D is going to be back. A is going to be strafe to the left. D is going to be strafe to the right. That's pretty basic. So far, everything's pretty basic for anybody who's played any games whatsoever. The next thing is going to be your stances. Right now we have 3 stances. You have your upright, your crouch, and your prone. Upright will be C, crouch will be X, and prone will be Z. And you don't have to go in that order to get from upright to prone. You can skip crouch and go straight from upright to prone, or prone to upright. So I'm going to hit C to go straight to upright. And I want to hit Z to go straight to prone. I want to hit X to go to crouch. So you can mix and go whichever one you want to directly. No problem there. Alright. Now the next thing is, if you see something interesting and you want to get a closer look at it, you can use your right mouse button to zoom. So hold down the right mouse button and you can zoom in on whatever you're looking at. You can combine this with the Alt key to free look behind you, so you can get a good idea of what it is. You can zoom in on things behind you too. So just remember those little tricks to help you see the surroundings a lot better. And a huge part of DayZ is being aware of your surroundings. Alright, next thing, the function keys. So if you run into F1 through F4, your function keys on your keyboard, if you press F1, you're going to give the universal hello on friendly sign. Okay, and then you hit F1 again, you drop your hand, there we go. F2 is going to be a surrender pose. So if someone's ordering you to surrender, just hit F2. If you feel like they got the drop on you and you're not going to survive, otherwise, that would be probably the advisable thing to do. And then if you are kneeling and you do F2, it's going to put you into a hands behind the head scenario, so fingers interlaced type of thing. And at this point, they can handcuff you. So there are handcuffs in the game. You can wiggle free out of them depending on their condition of the handcuffs. If they're in poor condition, it'll take you less time to get out of them. They can let you out with a key, or they can just go ahead and execute you if they're really into the whole bandit lifestyle. So that is how you surrender. Alright, now let's hit F2 to get rid of that. Stand back up again. Alright, now if you're running along and you're getting messages that you're fatigued and you need to rest, that sort of thing, you're going to use F3 to sit down. Okay, and then you can just sit down and relax for about 2 or 3 minutes, and you should be good to go and start your travels again. So hit F3 again to return back to your normal movement. And then F4 is basically like when you're surrounded by 8 bandits and they're ordering you to drop your weapon or whatever, and you would just want to say no thank you. I would appreciate it if you guys would leave me alone, and that is how you tell them nicely not to mess with you. You could hit F4 again to lower the finger, but odds are you won't live long enough to actually do that. So, all right, what do we got next? Communication. Okay, there's only thing you can do in DayZ is direct communication. Long gone are the days where you could talk all the way across the map using side chat. So, to talk to anybody in your immediate area, probably anybody within, I don't know, I'd have to guess 50 meters, 75 meters, something like that. You just hold down the caps lock key, like so. Now I am talking to anybody who is near me. So if there's somebody who is within 50 feet of me, they're actually hearing me over their headset. As long as you see that mic on the screen, that means you're talking. Okay? And everybody who's around you can hear you. Now, if you want to leave it on, or if you leave it on by accident, you'll see this. You double click the caps lock. There you go. It's stuck on. I'm not touching my keyboard at all. It's stuck on. So what you want to do to get rid of that so not everybody's hearing your conversation, or you talking to the dog, or yelling at your girlfriend or whatever, is you just double click the caps lock again, and it'll cancel it. So whenever you see that mic on, you have an open mic. And just use it as a walkie-talkie. Just press the button to talk. Say whatever you say. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. I give up, whatever. Friendly, friendly, friendly. Then release. Okay? Alright. So if you run into somebody, it's typical that they'll say, are you friendly? Or you'll say, are you friendly? And you'll just use direct. Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Or if they come up to you, you'll be like, friendly, friendly, friendly. Something like that. If you are friendly, if you want to be a bandit and try to shoot them, then you can say that and trick them, or you just don't say that at all. But that's how you communicate that you're friendly, not looking for a fight. Okay, the next thing is if you don't have a mic. If you don't have a mic, then you're going to use the / button. Okay, so basically you can type in whatever you want here. Anybody who's close to you will be able to see it on the screen, and it'll identify who you are. But it only appears to people who are in your immediate area. Okay, the next thing is your low, ready, and ready. So right now we are unarmed in the low, ready stance. If we want to get into a fighting stance, a ready stance, you press the space bar. So there we go. Our dukes are up. We're in a ready stance. Now we can throw a punch if we want to using the left mouse button. You can press it once for one punch, or you can hold it down to just sit there and do multiple punches. You can just hold down that left mouse button as long as you want. Okay, when you're not in the low ready, you're in the when you're not in the ready, you're in the low ready. If you click the left mouse button, nothing's happening. Okay, you got to actually hit the space bar, bring your dukes up in order to use them. All right. Now, if you had a weapon and you were in the low ready and you pressed the fire button, it would bring it up for you. So, all right. Next thing is. Let's see here. Okay, punch sprint. This is sort of a little trick here. I'm going to show you how to run around here, and actually we're going to wait on that. I'll show you how to do a bunny hop. So you're running along, there's a low fence, and you want to jump this thing. So what you're going to use is your V key, and it'll cause you to do a little bunny hop. There you go. So if there was a low fence, you just run along, press the V key, and you'll jump it. Or if you do a double tap on the W, the forward key, and hold it down on the second press, you're going to do a sprint. Okay, and you can still use the V during that too, and as long as you keep holding W, you'll keep on sprinting right afterwards. So there we go. All right, now if we're moving slower, you can do that from a crouch too. Let's see here. From a crouch, you can still use the V key. However, it will be a climbing over action, which is a little slower rather than a bunny hop. Or if you're walking and standing, it's going to be a climb over the fence slowly sort of movement. Okay, so now that we know how to punch and we know how to sprint by double clicking W and holding it on the second time, that's your sprint, we're going to do a little trick here. I don't know if it's going to be corrected anytime in the future or not, but put your dukes up, start punching. As you're doing that, double click W. Now you're doing a running punch. Now just release your left mouse button so you're no longer punching, and now you're sprinting. You're actually sprinting right now at a faster rate than the typical double W sprint that we were doing earlier. I was a little skeptical about it. It's not like 50% faster or anything like that than a normal sprint, but it is, if I had to guess, probably about 10 to 15% faster. I was a little skeptical, but I was online earlier tonight actually with a friend of mine, and we were running down a road between towns, and he's pretty new. He did a double W sprint like this and was running down the road. Well, I did the let's get our dukes up. I did the punch and then double W. Then I went, and I started pulling away from him. Within about 15 to 20 seconds, it was noticeable enough that he was asking what in the world I did to start running that fast. And yeah, so it's just that hold down the punch, let yourself punch, double W, there you go. And now you're running at full speed. It's really good for long distance runs between towns. If you're running 4,000 meters, 3,000 meters between towns or airfields or military bases, whatever, you're going to shave off a couple minutes of time. And I do have to give credit to Danny Plays, DANNYYPLAYS, buddy of mine on YouTube. He actually did a video for just this part here, and yeah, it's true, so it works. Alright guys, well, next video we will talk about the inventory system, and I'll show you the details of that, how to become familiar with that. So if you like this video and you do want to see more of these type of videos where I do some little tutorials, just oh, we're going to be disconnected here soon. Looks like we're getting some desync. Just give me a like. It really helps out with the videos, and a comment, and subscribe if you do want to see more. I greatly appreciate it. You all take care.